And I'll show you how I pack the Talon 44. I have Lassie, she's obviously my dog, and I've packed a few bits into her pack. I've put her bed in there. I've got a dog, so she may as well carry something. And she's got her own pack. In the top, because I know exactly where I'm going, I've put my map, compass, chest strap for the GoPro, torch. I'll be going before dark, but it's always good to have your torch handy. Glasses. I'm still inside the sleeping bag on the airbed, because you don't want to be getting out of the sleeping bag, you know, until you're actually ready. In my dry bag here is all of my critical dry stuff. So I had down booties, down leggings, buff, some gloves, nighttime gloves, nighttime socks, leggings, long sleeve merino t-shirt. You know, make sure you take all of your rubbish with you. Down jacket, towels in it, and then a little bit of food left over. This is my repair kit and first aid kit, power packs in, and all the leads that I'm likely to use. Because I enjoy relaxing in camp, making videos, watching films, I get through a lot of power, and they've lasted me well this whole trip of 4 days here. My pouch, the GoPros, pillow, under here is my waterproof jacket. All of these bits now are either ready to go on my hand, on my head, around my waist, or in the pack if it'll fit. All of this other stuff here, including the sleeping bag. Well, the sleeping bag goes in here, of course, and then that then goes into the pack. So I'm going to get out of the sleeping bag. I gotta go for it sooner or later. In here already, but this sleeping bag is only rated at +4, so it doesn't take up much room. And that's why I put in my down booties, leggings, just in case they were needed. I'm wearing t-shirt, shirt, fleece, and my wind shirt over the top. And that's basically just to make sure that everything on my top half is warm. Whilst I don't want cold feet and cold legs at this stage, to me the most important thing is keeping my upper body as warm as is possible. I'm gonna undo the air from the airbed. I've taken off my night socks and my night trousers, and you can't see anything. And then they go in there as well. And then every single thing that is night related is now inside this stuff sack. And you kind of need this done first because it really needs to go in the pack first. That's now ready. Another thing I highly recommend, and that's that you make sure you have a foam mat. And then when you're doing these last minute things, you're not doing it straight on your ground sheet. You've at least got some insulation between you and obviously the cold ground. Now, luckily, it's not freezing cold. I've done this once or twice when it's been absolutely freezing cold. I'm not quite sure how people like Paul Messner film this when it's absolutely freezing cold. Like I said, I did it a few years ago when we had some really cold weather down here, and by God, I couldn't. You just got to get moving. You can't stop for anything. I'm starting to fold this, thinking I'm packing a frameless pack, which is what I normally do, but as this is an Osprey pack, simply roll it up. Just give it as tight as you can. Make sure the air valve is open if there is a tiny bit of air still left in there, even though you've squished it all out. Decency check. We'll get the air out of this. So in the top of the pack, we're going to put my weather station. And that's about it in the top of the pack. Oh, and I'll just put my cup. Because I'm filming with two cameras, we'll just show off. So I'm going to put my cup in the top as well. And then we'll do the top up. Because this is not a waterproof bag, what I've done is I've put a black bag in it just to give that little bit of extra protection. So even though I'm using waterproof stuff sacks and dry bags, because I'm now used to using a waterproof frameless backpack, it just makes more sense to me to, you know, to have everything waterproof. So that in there, that one there is my nighttime bag. That's got my sleeping bag in it. That's got everything I need for nighttime. Next, I'm going to put my down jacket. Now, you may very well put your down jacket nearer the top, because if you're stopping by day, you may very well find that you need your down jacket when you stop for a lunchtime cup of tea. But it's not that cold. It's cold, but not that cold. So that's going to go in airbed. Pillow, my cooking pot, my power packs. What I like to do, because they're quite heavy, at the back. So the power packs goes here, up against my back. The next is my rubbish bag. Now there's a lot of rubbish in here, so take all your rubbish with you, and that goes in there, and that takes up quite a lot of space. As you can see, we've still got emergency first aid knickknacks, so those knickknacks can probably go down there. So I've put my knickknacks there, which you can see level there with the power packs, and then we can then put that in there like that. This is more knickknacks and nighttime light and such like. There's plenty of room inside when you put your hand down there, and then that of course is my emergency bag and first aid, and that also fits down in there. So the mesh tent I will attempt to put in its original pack. The tent I'm going to put in a bigger stuff sack. We've pretty much done every single thing inside here. Just my gloves, my hat, my phone and my camera pouch, and that's it. And there's nothing else in here. So just check everywhere, then you can start thinking about, you know, getting out. Now, given that it's raining, I'm going to carry on, but inside the tent. I've managed to get my boots on under here. I've got my phone, lightweight gloves, hat in this outer pocket here. I always put my tents, without question, in the outer pocket. So the inner tent has gone in there, and then hopefully once I'm outside, the tent itself will go there. If not, then there is room, because I've eaten all my food. I prefer to put my tents on the outside. And then at least when you get out, I'll just do the door up 1 second, shaking itself to death. I do prefer to bring like a surgical glove, and then you can put that over a very thin pair of gloves that I forgot. I kept my mitts on for most of this, but just this last little bit, it was just a bit too fiddly with them. But that was exactly why I luckily had this slightly oversized stuff sack, and that's the DD Pyramid packed in there. And then we take our tent, we may just want to take the smaller one out, and then you get this one, and then you stuff that in there. And I always like my tents on the outside. Here we have the tripod, one sit mat here, water. Down here will be a torch, food, snacks. Around this side, we've got more sit mats here, one for me, one for Lassie. Nothing in this pocket. And then more food in that one there. And then down in here is the tent and the inner. I put them on the outside always, and then that way I can access them easily. I have straps down here, one here and one here, where I could put this. And then obviously I've just got my pegs to go in, just the pegs to go in, my cap, pack, pegs there, pegs everywhere, and obviously the mats. And like I said, I'll edit that in. I hope you enjoyed this packing the Osprey Talon 44 pack. It's been good fun doing. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching the packing video.